Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Gorilla, Zara, and Bob. I'm Zara.
And I'm Bob. And today, we have a disagreement.
We do. A real one.
Not a fake disagreement for the podcast, an actual, genuine disagreement that started this morning over breakfast.
Over breakfast and one very specific banana.
It was my banana, Zara.
It was just sitting there.
It was sitting there because I was saving it for later, because I like having something to look forward to.
And I thought, why wait? Enjoy it now. Life is short.
And that right there is actually today's entire topic.
It really is. Today, we're talking about something that every person thinks about at some point. Is it better to stay comfortable, to enjoy what you have, where you are right now? Or is it better to keep pushing, keep growing, keep moving forward even when it's uncomfortable?
And we genuinely see this differently, so this is going to be a real conversation.
Before we start, our question for today, and this one is important. Write in the comments, Team Bob if you believe comfort is underrated, or Team Zara if you believe growth is always worth the discomfort. We want to know which side you're on.
And we will absolutely read every single one.
Every single one. Okay, Bob, you go first. Make your case.
Gladly. Okay, so I've been living in this jungle my entire life. Same rocks, same trees, same river, same view every single morning. And you know what? I am deeply, completely, unapologetically content.
Content is a really important word. It means satisfied and at peace with what you have. Not excited, not thrilled, just quietly happy. I'm content with my life. She seems content where she is. It's different from happy. Content is calmer, deeper. Remember it.
I know every corner of this jungle. I know which rock is the most comfortable. I know exactly when the afternoon light hits the trees and makes everything look golden. I know which tourists will be loud and which ones will sit quietly. This is my comfort zone, and I love it here.
But Bob, don't you ever wonder what's beyond the jungle? What you might be missing?
Honestly, not really, and I think that's okay. There's this idea that everyone should always want more, always be chasing the next thing, always be growing, expanding, improving. But what if you're already where you want to be?
Comfort zone. You've probably heard this phrase. It means the space where you feel safe, familiar, and relaxed. No stress, no pressure. She never leaves her comfort zone. Stepping outside your comfort zone is scary but important. We're going to use this phrase a lot today.
I had a tourist once. She sat near my rock for almost an hour. She kept saying to her friend, "I just want to feel settled. I'm so tired of always chasing." And I thought, I understand you completely.
Settled, feeling stable, established, at home somewhere. I finally feel settled in my new city. It took a while to feel settled after the move. And chasing, constantly pursuing something, always running after the next goal. Two powerful words for this topic. Okay, my turn. Bob, I respect your comfort zone. I do. But I want to tell you something. Every single phrase we use on this podcast, every expression, every word, we learned because tourists brought something new into our jungle, something we didn't have before, something that pushed us.
That's actually fair.
If you had stayed completely comfortable, if you had just sat on your rock and never paid attention to anything new, you wouldn't speak English right now.
I'm choosing not to respond to that.
Growth doesn't mean you have to leave everything behind. It doesn't mean you have to be uncomfortable every single day. But it does mean saying yes to something new, even when part of you wants to say no, even when it's easier to stay where you are.
Okay, but And I want to be clear here. There is a difference between growing and just being restless. Some people are never satisfied. They always need the next thing, the next goal, the next change, and they never stop to appreciate what they already have.
That's true. That's a real thing.
One of the tourists, the one in the red jacket who comes every week,
Oh, the one who always asks if we understand him?
that one. He was on the phone last week, and he said, "I just feel like nothing is ever enough." And he didn't sound happy about it. He sounded exhausted.
Nothing is ever enough. This is a phrase that describes someone who is never satisfied no matter what they achieve. He has everything, but nothing is ever enough. It often describes people who confuse growth with restlessness. Important difference. But Bob, I think there's also a danger on your side. Staying comfortable for too long can make you stuck without realizing it.
Stuck?
Like, you stop noticing new things. You stop asking questions. Everything becomes routine, and you just go through the motions.
Go through the motions. This means doing something automatically, without real thought or feeling, just doing it because it's habit. She was going through the motions at work, not really engaged. I don't want to just go through the motions with my English learning. Powerful phrase.
Okay, I will admit something. There was a period, maybe 2 years ago, when I stopped really listening to the tourists. I knew the routine. I thought I knew enough English, and I just coasted.
Coasted. To coast means to progress without making any real effort, like cycling downhill. You're moving, but you're not pedaling. He coasted through school without really trying. I realized I had been coasting for months, often used when talking about a period where you stopped pushing yourself.
And then, one afternoon, a group of university students arrived. Young, loud, very energetic. And they used so many words I'd never heard, phrases I didn't recognize. And I felt behind. For the first time in years, I felt like I had missed something.
What did you do?
I started paying attention again, properly, like I used to.
And that moment is actually the balance. You don't have to be chasing something every day, but you do need to stay curious. Curiosity is the bridge between comfort and growth. You can be comfortable and still be curious.
I can agree with that. Curiosity I can do. It doesn't require leaving my rock.
The rock stays. The mind grows.
That's actually a good slogan, Zara.
I have my moments.
Okay, so where do we actually land on this? Because I feel like we've been going back and forth, and I want to give our listeners something concrete.
Okay, honestly, I think the question isn't comfort or growth. I think the real question is, are you choosing your comfort, or did you just end up there by accident?
More?
If you consciously chose your life, your routine, your pace, your place, that's not being stuck. That's wisdom. But if you're comfortable because you were too afraid to try something different, that's a different story.
Consciously. Doing something with full awareness and intention. Not by accident, not by habit, on purpose. I consciously chose to slow down. She consciously decided to stay in her hometown. Very useful adverb for talking about life decisions.
And on the other side, growth for the sake of growth isn't always good either. If you're always chasing, always pushing, always uncomfortable, you might be running away from something rather than running towards something.
Running away versus running towards. That's actually the whole thing right there.
For the sake of, meaning for the purpose of, just because of that thing alone. Don't change for the sake of changing. She traveled for the sake of adventure, not to escape. Very natural phrase in reflective English conversations.
You know what I think? I think the tourists who seem the happiest, the ones who come back, the ones who look peaceful, they're not the ones chasing the most. And they're not the ones sitting still either. They're the ones who seem like they actually chose their life.
Exactly. So, listeners, the question isn't Team Bob or Team Zara. The real question is, did you choose your life? Or did you just end up here?
Write that in the comments. Team Bob, Team Zara, or tell us, did you choose your comfort or are you choosing to grow? Or both?
We want to know, okay. Word tour time. 10 words from today. Bob, slowly and clearly. Everyone, repeat after him.
Ready? Let's go. 1. Content. Content. Quietly satisfied and at peace with what you have. I'm content with where I am in life. Content. 2. Comfort zone. Comfort zone. The space where you feel safe, familiar, and relaxed. It's scary to leave your comfort zone. Comfort zone. 3. Settled. Set, old. Feeling stable, established, at home. It took a while to feel settled in the new city. Settled. 4. Chasing. Sing. Constantly pursuing something, always running after the next goal. I'm tired of always chasing the next thing. Chasing. 5. Restless. Restless. Unable to stay still, always needing change or movement. She felt restless after months in the same place. Restless. 6. Go through the motions. Go through the motions. Doing something automatically, without real thought or feeling. I don't want to just go through the motions. Go through the motions. 7. Coast. Coast. To progress without making real effort, moving without pushing yourself. I realized I had been coasting for too long. Coast. 8. Consciously. Consciously. With full awareness and intention, on purpose. I consciously chose to slow down. Consciously. 9. For the sake of. For the sake of, for the purpose of, just because of that thing. Don't change for the sake of changing. For the sake of. 10. Curiosity. Cu-re-a-si-ti. The desire to learn, explore, and understand new things. Curiosity is the bridge between comfort and growth. Curiosity.
10 words. Say them one more time before you sleep tonight. Your brain holds on to what you repeat.
Okay, episode 3, done. We disagreed, we argued a little, we found something in the middle.
And we still haven't resolved the banana situation.
The banana situation is not resolved.
Don't forget, write Team Bob or Team Zara in the comments and tell us, are you choosing your comfort or are you choosing to grow? We read everything.
And if today's conversation made you think, subscribe. New episode every week. Real conversations, real English.
From the jungle, I'm Zara.
I'm Bob. Don't be a parent. Parrots repeat. Primates understand.